Alright, so today we're going to be trying out FSD. So this is kind of my first time. I've drove it a little bit here and there. So we are on Hawaii, the island Oahu, and this is where we're at here on the east coast or east side. And we're going to go all the way here to Kailua. Right over here is where we'll set our destination. We're going to hold it, navigate. It's going to make us the route. So you guys maybe can see my hand here. I'm going to use the stock to start moving. You can see the display here, and we can make that full screen, and I'll go ahead and start FSD, and there it goes. So it's pretty quick. It's very assertive. I would say actually a little too quick. It just really started going quick. Actually, I just realized that this is all dark. I wonder if I can turn that to a lighter color. Maybe the display. Oh, here we go, light. There we go. That's more like it. So yeah, you can see the animations are really nice. And hopefully my camera mount here is not going to shake too much, but it is a GoPro, should help with the shaking. But yeah, so far I haven't done anything and my hands are off the wheel. And you guys can't really see that.
500 feet, turn left on Tulunalilo Home Road.
Okay, so I got a little confused there. It turned on the signal for some reason. It still just needs to go down this hill here.
Now turn left on Tulunalilo Home Road.
So it's very quick, or assertive. I guess we are in assertive. So all right, so that was a pretty quick stop. There's some stuff in the back. That's the noise you guys hear. So it's a little hesitant here, even though nobody's around, but it made the turn very well, and here it goes. So it's getting a little confused here, it looks like. And now it speeds up. So yeah, overall so far so good. So the plan is to try to get to the destination. Okay, so it's asking me to touch the wheel without disengaging, I guess. Well, we'll see how that goes. So if I feel like the car is being unsafe or doing something weird or holding people up way too much, I will have to, you know, help it out. But hopefully that'll be maybe just with the throttle push or something like that, but not, you know, actually disengaging it. But I'll let you guys know if I do anything. So for now it's doing everything on its own. And I'm manually scrolling here to raise the speed limit max. To make it go a little quicker. Okay, so I was a little scared of that bus. It actually went a little bit right, which is a good thing, I think, as it's staying away from larger vehicles. But yeah, so far so good here. Speed limit is only 25, but it's doing a good job going a little quicker, because going slow is also not good, because there will be people behind us not happy about that. So far so good.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Hawaii Kai Drive.
Alright, so here we got a left turn.
Now turn left onto
Which
Hawaii
is
Kai Drive.
A little hard because people in the going the other way don't stop. So there's no turning signal there, I guess what I'm trying to say. So we'll see how it does with this turn. And you guys can see all the animation there. It sees all the cars very well. So there's a car coming straight and another one coming straight. So I don't know how it's going to deal with this, because the cars just keep on coming. Even though it can squeeze to the left lane, there's 2 lanes there, but it's not taking that risk. It's going to probably wait for that last car. And there it goes. And actually turned yellow, so it's perfect time. So yeah, you know, not the best kind of execution. Wow, look at that. It's pretty assertive. It's going right around that car, or trying to go around. But yeah, I mean, overall it did okay. Definitely not upset about its decision. It was being safe. Alright, so we're moving with traffic. Everything's good so far. So the speed limit's 35. I'm letting it go 45, but it's kind of staying in between in the 40s here, you can see. And it's kind of doing some erratic stuff a little bit. It's like slowing down and then speeding up. But I guess it's thinking, so predicting maybe, or whatnot else. So far,
1,000 feet, turn right onto Kila House Street.
Really good drive so far, so really happy with it. Okay, so it's
now
braking.
Turn right onto Kila House Street.
A little aggressive braking there, so not the best thing, but that's okay. Alright, so here we have a stop sign, and this is definitely a rolling stop here, but it's going to completely stop, and then look. So there's somebody behind me, and they're definitely not too happy about that. But that's okay. This is what FSD is doing at the moment. So it is hesitant on those kind of things where it should, you know, think faster or react faster, but it doesn't. It just kind of takes its time to turn. So it's a little frustrating for the people around, but overall it's not really doing anything wrong. It's just being cautious. So if that could speed up by, you know, twice or maybe 3 times faster than it's doing it now, it would be perfect. So we got a pretty nice day today in Hawaii on the island of Oahu, and you guys are about to see the ocean here shortly. Oh, we'll see if we can see it.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Oahu Highway.
Okay, so we do have a traffic light here coming up. Okay, the car's braking very aggressively. And there's the ocean, guys.
Now turn left onto Oahu Highway.
Alright, so it actually accelerated kind of quick and then slowed down a bit there to the car in front of it. So it does come pretty close to the bumper. Not sure how well you guys can tell on the camera, but it does follow pretty close on Assertive, so we are on Assertive. And I can change that option here on this thing. If I on the scroll wheel, if I click left or right, you guys can see we're in average now. But I kind of like it in Assertive because it seems to be a little more aggressive, which is better for, you know, people around. But yeah, so far so good. It is 45 here. We'll let it go 52, I guess. It's pretty smooth sailing here for a bit. Okay, so it did kind of stop pretty quick for that car. That was turning, but yeah, it's a little bumpy here. The roads are not great. I'm hoping this GoPro is helping with the shaking, because I got it connected to the mirror, which is not the best place, but it's the best view I can get. Alright, so I wasn't able to continue recording because the GoPro just randomly turned off. And yeah, we're still driving. Everything's good here. I don't know if I'll be able to film with my phone I am in vertical mode now. Probably should flip around, but yeah, so far so good. It's not yelling at me for holding my phone like this. So, but yeah, this is a pretty nice view here. Maybe you guys can see of the ocean and mountains. But yeah, FSD is doing its thing and driving along, not a problem. I don't even have my hands on the wheel, honestly. I'm just sitting here and I'm just scrolling this wheel here once in a while whenever it's asking me to, for with the blue little sign. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with it. Oh, there it goes. So all I do is just scroll it here to raise or lower the miles per hour. That's all it asks me, and I'm never touching the wheel actually, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I guess the GoPro failed me here, which is an 11. I don't know why it overheated so fast. Maybe the codec I'm recording in is too hot. So yeah, I guess a little bit of fail there, but if anything interesting happens, I will record it with my phone rolling along. So here we got this person churning and the car slowing down kind of ahead of time a bit, which is great. And now it's going to accelerate, which is perfect. So yeah, overall pretty nice. It does feel like you can get used to it, especially on more simpler kind of roads. Nothing too complicated. It seems to do very well, and it kind of understands the traffic very well also. Alright, so we do have a speed bump coming up, and it's slowing down a lot. Like kind of early too, and there's a car behind us. So, but it did see the speed bump. It's not as large, it's just a hump, but it's still slowed down all the way to 25 from like 40 something. So yeah, it's speed limit here changed, so I have to bump it up a bit. But yeah, there's people around and it sees them and it's slowing down around them. So we do have another hump coming up. Speed hump is what it's called, which is right there in front of us. Let's see what it's going to do. So it's slowing down aggressively. This is okay, so it's almost stopping. This is not good because somebody's behind us. Now it's accelerating really hard. Yeah, very, very erratic kind of driving, which again, not too bad in here, I guess. I mean, it does feel a little aggressive. I mean, we are in assertive, I guess, but still feels a little like too much. But I haven't disengaged yet and still rolling down the road. Alright, so we're getting into something a little more, well, I guess it's not more complicated, but it's just more slower kind of driving. We got another speed hump here. Okay, it's aggressively stopping. Not horrible, I guess. Could go a little faster for that one. It's just a hump, not an actual bump. Okay, it's really slowing down here too early. Okay, so it's actually to 6 miles an hour for that hump. Okay, now it's accelerating very quickly in a pretty tight location here with people everywhere. Well, cars, I guess, mostly. There's usually a decent amount of people around here. But yeah, overall it did well, I guess, you know. Can't really complain. It's still going and not really getting confused about anything too much. Of course, we haven't really been turning anywhere, just mostly going straight. So, and that's how most of this way is. There's a few more turns, which I'll try to record. All right, so we're back on the GoPro. I turned it back on, and it seems to be working for now. Not sure why it's overheating so easily. I don't have anything crazy turned on. Oh, you guys saw that. Maybe it actually turned yellow and the car kind of like stopped pretty quick and then continued going. Realized it was in the middle of the intersection and kept going, which was a pretty quick reaction. Pretty surprising. That was great. So yeah, we're still driving. I haven't turned off or disengaged it. And let's see. We already drove for 14 minutes, 5.7 miles. I think that's what that is, or maybe that's how much is left. Not sure exactly. Maybe that, yeah, maybe that's to the destination. In any case, we are going. Everything's good. It's doing a great job overall. Sometimes it's being a little erratic, but overall it's okay. Yeah, I guess that is to the destination. So we got 5.4 miles left in about 13 minutes. I don't know if the GoPro will survive that long. Maybe I can turn on the AC a little bit more. Okay, it wants me to touch the wheel again. So it's 25 here, but it's actually going almost 40, which is good because there's a car in front of us and it's kind of seeing that it's going quicker, so it's realizing that it can go faster, I think, is why it's going for it. So here we're going to have 35, and then we're going to have 45, I think. No. So obviously this is pretty easy driving for it. Now we do have 2 lanes here, and it's staying on the right lane. Let's see, where is it going? Okay, so it's going to go straight. Oh, and then it's going to go that way. Okay, so it's going to go through the city, which is interesting. Let's see how it does there. So it doesn't like me looking away, I think. It's noticed that it was looking away. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a situation here. There's some construction going on. And I guess people can turn. Alright, so I decided to stop. Okay, and actually, guys, I can see that the lane is closing in the front. So it's going to have to get over. There's construction people out there putting the cones up where they're blocking the road. I wonder what it's going to do, because, and we also have a hard white line to the front of us, so that's going to be interesting. I have a feeling that we're about to see some, I don't know what, but we'll see. Hopefully the GoPro will stay alive long enough, at least for this part. I'll get my camera ready just in case. Alright, there it goes. So it's confused. Alright, so it's going for it. And it went actually back on its own. Look at that. Wow. It actually kind of cut into a car, but it kind of had to because the cones are there. So it did pretty well, I would say. That's the guy it cut into right there. So I wasn't too happy, but it's okay. It was still pretty safe. There was some room. So it did very well. Very, very interesting. So yeah, even in scenarios that are kind of complicated, it seems to, you know, behave pretty well. Okay, so here we have another closure. The right lane is closed. Well, let's see what it's gonna do. So far it's okay. Turn on the blinker this early. Wow, that's amazing. All right, well, that was surprising. I'm actually quite surprised. It's going pretty quick over these humps too. It's just following the traffic. So if there's anybody in front of you, it's definitely a lot more aggressive than if there was nobody around and it was by itself. It would be a little more timid, I guess. It's going straight to that lane because we're going to need it soon. So here we have a speed hump. Let's see if it's going to slow down. And it does a little bit here. That's actually not bad. That's normally what I'd go over about 30 miles an hour. So.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Kailua Road.
Okay, I think my... Okay, so for some reason it's going this way. Okay, this part is really weird because there's like these little holes around the hump. Okay, now it's gonna need the other lane, which I don't understand what it's doing in this lane. There we go. So it's, it's fighting with traffic. Look at it go. It's doing a great job though. Wow, that's incredible. Like, it's being very assertive about everything. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Alright. Okay, so it doesn't see potholes as it runs them right over, even big ones. So we got a school that's blinking for 25. Okay, it's deciding to go into this lane. And it's not really seeing the school zones because it's still going 30 something. Maybe I should just help it out here with the miles on the max. But I think we're almost past the school. So it kind of went around that car. If you guys saw it, kind of weaved to the right a bit. Alright, we got another hump here. So it's deciding to really slow down for this hump. 20 miles an hour. Alright, so I think we're safe to go a little quicker here. So I'm going to turn it to like 42. So yeah, not bad. That was actually pretty impressive around the construction and the merging and the, yeah, back and forth. It did kind of weave around to the left, to the right, but it did its thing and it made it not a problem. There's not too many cars today, but still, a few here and there. It's doing really well.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Hamkula Drive, Caney Street.
So we're going to be turning left here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where this is. Okay, so it's slowing down because there's cars standing on the other line, which is nice to see. It's not just flying by them at full speed. Okay, so it wants to turn right here, which is a very hard turn. Let's see how it's going to get out of the way. This is a very hard turn. Alright, so it didn't do a good job, so I'm going to go ahead and help it here, because it was going to back up
500 feet,
the traffic in the back. It didn't get over.
Street.
And the GoPro dies right at the second I re-engage it. So there's one disengagement.
Right onto Kahipay Street.
So I had to take over because it was just way too... It was just sticking out the whole self in the wrong lane. So there's a lot of people here, so it's being a little cautious. Or a few people in the cars. And it's a kind of a tighter area. But so far it's doing okay. So it sees those people up front. So far so good. Got to turn left here.
Now turn left onto Onima Street.
There's a lot going on over here. A little more busy than the other places we've been through. So yeah, I mean, it was doing great until it tried to make that really hard left turn. There was a exit for it. It was just so short, and the car was not aggressive enough to get into that lane, so it was literally sticking out itself into the right of way of the lane that was in. You know, it was blocking, so I had to get out of the way because the guy behind me was already upset, or following close, I guess. So I didn't want to make anyone more angry at me. But yeah, as far as just normal driving, it does a great job here. You guys can see it made that turn beautifully, and just doing fine with normal stuff. Okay, so for some reason we're getting over here, which is wrong because we need to go straight. That was very weird. That was very, very weird. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was a turning lane that it turned into, but then it went straight off of the turning lane, which was not good. And there's a car behind me too, which he realized that like when the second the car wanted to go back over, he kind of let off to let us in. So yeah, I mean, it's, you know, doing okay, but as you guys saw, that it definitely needs work for sure. Meaning as in, like, it needs more fine-tuning or learning, I guess. And I guess that's the whole point of even driving and doing all this, is that the neural nets can learn, you know, from all the situations and hopefully get better and better. So yeah, I guess we're contributing to the overall FSD miles here. Okay, I need to turn up the speed limit here a bit. But yeah, we're almost there. We got 2 minutes left with half a mile. We got a person crossing the road there. The car sees him, slows down a bit, and starts to accelerate. So it's very good around people is what I noticed. If it sees people, it actually can predict what they're about to do. Like if they're starting to move your way, it really becomes cautious about what they're about to do. So I definitely love to see that. And obviously being, you know, autonomous driving, it's important for it to be very, very safe around people, and it seems to do that very well. Well, so far what I've noticed. But yeah, I mean, the rest is pretty simple here. We should be able to get to our destination here shortly. It says 1 minute left. And okay, well, we got more construction over there. Let's see what it's going to do. We need the right lane there coming up, but it's in the left lane. Is it going to change? Okay, there it goes. It's going to the right lane immediately, which is great.
Your destination will be on the left.
And there's the construction. We still have green light. We're supposed to be going straight. Let's see how it does. Okay, so it's pretty confident here. Beautiful.
Now your destination is on the left.
And now it needs to turn left, and we're basically here where I set it to go. I don't know why it's stopping here because we don't have a stop sign, but I guess it's being cautious. Well, look at that.
Now your destination is on the right.
And it's here, and there's nowhere to park because there's too many cars. Let's see what it's going to try to do. Is it going to try to find a parking? I wonder if it's going to try to get over here. Nope. Okay, so it just continues to slowly roll. I'm going to see what it does. Okay, so it just says autopilot complete. I guess if we push the throttle, which I just did, it's just going to continue driving straight. So yeah,